spark and was able to get us in the end zone, and then we were able to finish the second quarter the way we wanted to, and gave us some momentum coming in at halftime. And obviously we kind of relied on the big play to get us to half, and then we came out and said, you know, we're going to commit to running the football, challenge our guys up front. If we're going to be a championship team, we got to be able to run the football, and the guys responded well.
Does the threat of Trevor open up those passing lanes because they have to cover more of the field?
You know, it's hard to tell. You know, we're trying to see how they're going to play us early on. We just didn't get into rhythm, and Trevor came in there and gave us a spark. And but when we can run the football, I think more so than anything, when we can run the football, it opens up the play action pass, especially in versus the last two defenses where they got 7 people near the box, and we still find a way to run it when we do hand it off. And then when you got a 7th defender, then obviously they got to figure out how they're going to play coverage, and it gives you seams to throw the football.
What did you see from David Feaster? Obviously, he got in the end zone and finally maybe kind of started to get his rhythm back.
You know, I was really proud of him. You know, he's a guy that's just been battling, trying to find his rhythm. And today, you know, especially that touchdown run, you know, I think I saw a burst that we all know he's capable of, and so that's big for his confidence. And I think he rushed for about 9 yards of carry, and a lot of that was after contact as well. So proud of him and proud of Travis, and then Adam, you know, getting in there and in between those guys and making some plays. So, you know, we got a good group. We just got to stay humble. We got to understand that every week we got to show up. And then obviously too, just from my perspective, knowing, you know, the details of what we're doing on offense, we still got some things without the ball that we can do a little bit better. That interception that Trevor's going to get credit for, actually Travis should be banging the defensive end before we throw that ball that results in the interception. So proud of the way the guys are running the football. We just got to continue to grow and develop without the ball.
Tony, was that the best the offensive lines played?
You know, from just looking at it, you know, you'd say yes. We're going to go back and watch the tape and look at all the details. We'll meet as a staff, but those guys were challenged. We want to be able to run the football. And in the first half, you know, we only had about 50 yards rushing, and a lot of that was we had RPOs built in. We were taking some of the RPOs. We didn't get on rhythm. We had a 3 and out, and then we found some explosive plays. Then we go and we have a 2-play touchdown drive. I think maybe their guy might have busted the coverage, and Trevor found Ross up the sideline. So we didn't get into a rhythm, and we knew that when we came out in the second half that we were going to commit to run the football. And I thought there were some big running lanes. I thought the backs did a good job of finding it. So I'm excited to see the tape and see how those guys truly perform.
Did Trevor do enough to earn more playing time, or do you look at this still as a 2-guy job?
You know, we're going to enjoy the win, but we'll get back together as a staff, you know, tomorrow, and we'll evaluate the way the guys play, and then we'll determine how we're going to go forward. And it's the same thing, you know, at the running back position every week. And you notice the first, especially with Travis, the first week he had the first 2 drives. Here he had the first 2 drives, but the plan was to get Taven in there pretty early. So every week it's going to be week to week, but we're going to enjoy it. Trevor did provide us a spark. You know, we're going to evaluate it. You know, we're going to go forward.
Do you feel like maybe this is the best the offense has played since that ACC championship game?
You know, I'd say that's a fair assessment. But still, you know, we had 2 interceptions, we had a sack, we had a couple of drops. You know, we had a 3 and out, so still room to grow. But I think that the guys had fun playing today. They were excited to play. They really accepted the challenge for us to be what we're capable of. Still not where we need to be, but we definitely got some momentum going into to the heart of ACC play.
For Trevor to make his ACC debut like this in his home state, on the road, all that stuff, but to play like he did you learn anything, or did you already know? I mean, what did you see from him today?
I think he just confirms, you know, what we already know. But again, it's comforting to see him go out and play, and we've known that he's going to be a guy that's going to be ready when his number's called. He's just waiting on an opportunity, and obviously it's kind of like when we were at A&M. Kelly gave us the spark, you know, so you roll with Kelly, and today, you know, Trevor gave us a spark, so Coach decided to stay with him. But we're going to need both of those guys down the stretch. We're going to need all the depth that we got, and that's what I told the guys in the locker room. I said, look, we're going to need everybody, and you never know who's going to be the spark that gets us over the hump and kind of lights that fuel. And right now, you know, we're very explosive, you know, and that's something that we weren't last year. You know, we're very explosive, and now it seems like we're starting to hone in on the running game, getting comfortable with what the guys are good at. You know, the communication is where it needs to be. So I'm excited as we continue to go forward this season.